Now, the church doesn't often talk about pornography, but I'm going to talk a little bit about pornography here this morning. It's my great belief that the explosion of pornography in the world today is greatly a manifestation of this love deficit disorder that to some degree is experienced by all of humanity. I read the other day, and it turns out that since I mentioned this, some others of you read this too, that one porn site has 90 million daily users. Okay, 90 million daily users. So I plugged in my computer, how many people live in New England? 14.5 million. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. How many people live in Germany? Well, I just say that more people are using this site than live in Germany or Spain. Okay, daily users. Okay, now the church condemns pornography, in all the related issues of sin and the objectification of women, the horrors of child sexual abuse and trafficking, the difficulties of sex workers, sexual addiction, and the numbing and incredibly disturbing overexposure of children to sexual theater that bears no resemblance to reality and is harmful to young psyches. But what if the church is failing to address the one thing that the church should be speaking to, which is the spiritual roots of pornography and the life of the soul and the human need to love and to be loved? Now, what if it is true that pornography is just not about animal instincts unhinged or a lustful libido too liberated? And what if it is really, at the deepest level, about an implanted divine desire for love that gets distorted to the wrong end? Now, what if we thought of the 90 million daily users for this one site as people who have a soul hunger, S-O-U-L, hunger, that they are unable to satisfy? They are lovesick souls, and they are stuck in perhaps in an addiction, and like all things that dissipate the spirit, it does not deliver what it promises, right? Perhaps the real sin of the church with reference to pornography is that we, as the church, have not provided people with tools for soul satisfaction. Now, we all desire soul satisfaction. We desire to love and be loved. And we say all the time that God is love. We talk about love all the time. But did you ever notice we never say God is our lover? Did you ever notice that we shy away from words, the good words about love, like desire and pleasure and passion and romance? We don't go down there. We often talk about God's love in such a dispassionate way, we might as well be talking about electricity, right? A power that has no being, right? It's really great. We all love electricity, but it doesn't change our lives. So, this is a form of craziness on the part of the church. Desire. Desire is the most important ingredient in the spiritual life. If you do not have desire, you don't have much of a relationship, right? Your relationship without desire can only go so deep. As the deer longs for the water brooks, so longs my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come to see your face? Psalm 42. In pleasure, how often do we talk about a relationship with God that is pleasurable and not just nice, right? Psalm 16, in your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures evermore. This isn't about a kind of placid pleasure. And what about passion? We talk about the passion, right? Jesus is suffering. We talk about compassion, which means to walk with somebody else's sufferings. But what about good old passion, lover's passion? And why do you think that Jesus was able to have the passion? It was because he had a lover's passion. And why do you think there are so many martyrs, Christian martyrs in the world as there are today? They don't have a dispassionate view of their Lord. It's because they have a passionate view of their Lord.